If your GE front-load washer is vibrating excessively, making unusual noises, or not spinning at all, the basket and spider assembly could be the culprit. I'm William with AppliancePartsPros.com, and today I'll guide you through testing and replacing this part. Don't worry if this is your first time working on appliances, it's easier than you think. Let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Let's start by gathering our tools. For today's work, we'll need a multimeter, Phillips and flathead screwdriver, pliers, an adjustable wrench, a hammer, a 1/2 inch socket, and an 8mm, 10mm, and 13mm socket. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your front load washer by unplugging it or switching the breaker off. With the power safely disconnected, we're ready to dive in and tackle the issue. Open the door and wiggle the spin basket around. Watch the gap between the basket and the outer tub as you rock the basket up and down, rotating the basket while doing this. If the spacing between the basket and tub changes while rocking, the spider assembly has failed. If the spacing does not change, something else is causing your washer to not operate. Remove the screws securing the top panel, slide it back, then lift it up. Set the top panel to the side. Remove the dispenser drawer. Remove the screws securing the console to the frame. Disconnect the wires from the main control. Remove the screws securing the bottom access panel. Take the panel off and set it to the side. Open the door and remove the screws securing the door lock. Remove the door gasket spring and push the door gasket behind the front panel. Remove the screws securing the front panel, then lift it off and set it aside. Locate and disconnect the wires from the heater assembly. Remove the wires from the retainers on the base. Remove the screws securing the inverter to the base. Slide the inverter toward the back and lift it up. Using a flathead screwdriver, release the inverter cover from the inverter. Disconnect the motor harness from the inverter. Remove the back access panel from the washer. Remove the belt. Rotating the pulley while removing the belt can make it easier. Using an adjustable wrench and hammer, remove the pulley nut. The pulley should pull right off. Using your 1/2 inch socket, remove the motor mounting bolt. Slide the motor back and out of the washer. Using the 10mm and 13mm sockets, remove the counterbalance weights. Disconnect the hoses from the tub. Using a flathead screwdriver to release the locking tabs, rotate the shock dampers and disengage them from the tub. We're moving to the top of the washer, lifting up and removing the suspension spring. With the spring removed, we're carefully setting the tub down and removing the other suspension spring. Now we're lifting the tub up and moving out the front of the washer. With the tub out of the washer, we're grabbing our 8mm socket and removing the mounting bolts holding the front and rear tub assemblies together. The spin basket can now be pulled out of the rear tub. This model does not have the spider shaft available separately from the spin basket, so the entire spin basket assembly would be replaced to correct the spider shaft. Here's the old spin basket. We're using the original spin basket to show the replacement. If you've already got a new one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Slide the spin basket spider shaft back through the bearings and bolt the two tub halves back together using the original 8mm bolts. Lift the tub back into the washer and reinstall the suspension springs. Secure the shock dampers to the tub. Reconnect all hoses and wires, including those at the top and bottom of the tub. Install the counterweights using your 10mm and 13mm socket. Install the drive pulley onto the spider shaft. Insert the motor into the tub mounting ports and secure it with the mounting bolt. Install the belt. Secure the back panel onto the washer. Connect the motor harness to the inverter. Secure the inverter cover and slide the inverter into place on the base. Secure the inverter with the screw we removed. Secure the front panel to the frame. And secure the lock to the front panel. Reinstall the door gasket onto the front panel. Secure the bottom access panel. Connect the wires to the main control, then set the console back into place and secure it with the screws we removed earlier. Reinsert the dispenser drawer. Install the top panel and secure it with the remaining screws. Plug the power cord back in, and with that, we're done. Thanks for watching. We hope this video helped you successfully test and replace your GE front-load washer spider shaft. At AppliancePartsPros.com, most orders arrive within a couple of days, so you can get your appliance running smoothly again in no time. If you have any questions or want to share your repair experience, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you'd like a little more diagnostic assistance, be sure to visit our forum page where you can get answers from our technicians. Links in the description. Remember, tackling appliance repairs yourself can be empowering, and we're here to support you every step of the way. See you next time for more helpful repair tips and tricks.